Another early morning, heading down to the freeze dryer room. We've got kind of a mixed batch of stuff today. Made a bunch of salsa the other day and decided that before I seasoned it and before I added any olive oil to it, which is what I normally do, I was going to take and freeze dry just the chopped vegetables, the peppers and tomatoes and cilantro and onion. And so I put a tray of that together, and then we had extra cilantro, so I just threw it on a tray. Some mushrooms and some bananas. I bought bananas. We were gonna make banana bread, but decided no, just freeze dry the things. And then we had one tray that was a combination of chicken breasts and some chicken salad, which is really does well through the freeze dryer. So we loaded everything up in the Blue Alpine, got it set up. It looked like it was going to be, I was going to run about a 4-hour freeze time on it, since I had just taken it out of the freezer, and then it looked like about a 22-hour dry time. Now this is the next day. Grabbed a couple jars off the shelf, brought them over. The trays weren't really loaded up too much, and so I ended up using some smaller jars, and I bagged. So I think I bagged the cilantro. Yeah, I bagged the cilantro, and that's going to get used up this weekend. We've got friends coming over on Wednesday, and we're going to have taco salad, and I like to have that fresh cilantro to sprinkle over the top. But there we have our 5 trays. I put the machine into the defrost mode to get it set up, cleaned out for the next run, which will be later on this week, and it'll be mostly leftovers. I made a double batch of stew and make it a double batch of taco soup, and there was a pretty decent deal on chicken breast, so I'll have some ground chicken and some sliced chicken breast to go in. So here I'm bagging up the chicken salad. Broke up well, put it in the bag. I'll throw an oxygen absorber in there because that's going to go into long-term storage, so that you know, when we drive down to Texas, we take that with us, and you know, just add some water to it, mix it up, and we can have it, eat it on crackers in the car as we're driving. You know, 14-hour drive from here to there, but you know, it's better than stopping, you know, for no reason, ending up with something from the gas station you really didn't want to eat. And fast food is just a pain in the neck. So like I said, I went back and got some smaller jars to package up the rest of the run. This is the salsa without seasoning and without any oil in it. I'm thinking that will that lack of oil and seasoning will allow it to stay fresher longer, so that when we do reconstitute it, we can season it up then, and it'll be better than some of the stuff that I've done in the past that was already seasoned and had oil in it. So we get the mushrooms in a jar there, shake them down, squash them down a little bit so I can get everything in. Shelf space is becoming a little shy right now. I'm thinking I'm going to have to buy another set of these shelves. Be making a trip to Costco to pick up another set and to get everything in there. Something we did add to our survival food pantry setup kit, whatever you want to call it. We picked up a hand crank radio flashlight shortwave weather radio the other day, and it works real well. Here's the cilantro. It was just an extra bunch. Sometimes you buy it and there's just, you know, it's a little tiny bunch. Sometimes you buy it and there's a butt ton like this one. So we had a lot of extra. I just went ahead and bagged it up in Mylar, and it's not going to have to be stored very long. It'll get used up later this week. Mylar bags are great for long-term storage with the oxygen absorber, or you know, they're great just to have something, you know, say up on the counter that you're going to use, and it stores well, it's easy to access, and it is resealable. So we get that shook down, closed up, and just mark it so I can remember what to put in, because you get my age, you forget what you put in the thing, and if you hit it with the sealer, then you're really screwed. But now we got the banana chips, and I did taste them, so there was no flavor transfer from the salsa, the onions and stuff in the salsa into the bananas. They were like they always are, just absolutely delicious. We get that over there, and we definitely will be pulling a vacuum on all of the jars so that everything stays sealed up well. We did put the sliced chicken breast into one of the jars, and they'll go up on the shelf with the rest of the meats that we have. And then I'll just basically have to clean up my mess and get ready for the next one. Really look into getting one of the vacuum sealers. We have taken in about 20-pound bags of rice, break them down into 2-cup portions, and seal them in vacuum seal bags. And so then, they take up less room. They're sealed up so that, you're not going to get rice that doesn't have bug eggs in it. It's just the nature of this stuff. But if you remove the oxygen, there's no way that those bugs are ever going to hatch, and so it extends the storage life of the product. There's the salsa there, and I'm just putting the date on the jar. When the jar is clear, you can see what's in it, but I just want to know when did I put this stuff up, so that I'll know as I go rotating through our storage. We use the oldest stuff first. We actually have the bins by year. We're into our second year of doing the freeze drying, and so we have an entire tub that's just 2026, and we've got 2 tubs, almost 3 tubs with 2025 stuff in it. So we get that sealed up. We're not going to seal the cilantro, like I said. We're going to be using it. But there's a link in the description. If you want to think about getting a Blue Alpine for yourself, check the guys out. They will do right by you. Can't say enough good about them. And we'll leave you with that. Be well, be safe, and most importantly, live long and freeze dry.